Right, we're back. To buy or not to buy? That is the question. Out of all the comments I've had or emails I've received, it always comes back to the same question. Is Alibaba a scam? How do I buy from Alibaba? What's the best site to buy from? Will they take my money? Will I have empty boxes turned up? And that is the main question I get asked all the time. So people say, can you do a video on how do you buy? How do you look for, who's going to be credible, who's not going to scam you? How do you look? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put together a video now. We're going to mirror my phone up. I've already had 2 conversations with 2 different sellers I thought was either end of the scale. I'm going to show you all the conversations, what bits were right, what bits were wrong, the questions I asked, the questions you should ask, and we're going to look for a few sites. I'm going to show you the tips I have. I mean, I've bought from a lot of different sellers now, hell of a lot, and I've always got my part I've been wanting. I've even had, on videos you've seen with the Razor Rambler, a part turn up what was wrong and had a new part sent to me within 3 weeks without having to send back the old one. So yes, there's scammers on it. It's like every day in life. You're going to always have scammers. But there are legit people. And in this video, we'll show you how do we separate the good from the bad. Before we get on to the video, I just want to say, sorry I haven't put many videos out like I said I would. But this summer's been crazy. I've been in a few different countries. I've been here, there, everywhere, working the whole lot. So I'm going to be back now with regular videos. We've got this video, then I've got unboxing my battery for the 5,000 watt bike. And I think what we're going to do with that, because I've got spray and everything else, it's going to take a while. I'm going to try and connect the controller. I'm going to connect the controller and the new battery to the hub motor that's already on there. I think it's 2,000 or 3,000. I'm going to hike it up. I don't care. If it blows, it blows. I'm taking it off anyway. And we're going to take that for a little ride. Hopefully it literally don't blow up, but we're going to just do that before I get the main video coming out, because it's going to be a bit close. Obviously I'm going to New York to get the MX650 frame, hopefully. If anyone out there, once again, from New York or Boston's got one, they want to sell it, I just need the middle frame. We'll go from there. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So, like I said, the question I'm always asked, is it a scam? And even when you explain to people, the scammers on there, but you still get the same questions and questions. So let's get on with it. So let me put my screen onto mirror. So you should have a screen pop up any minute soon. So right, we're on Alibaba. The way I go about, we're gonna do it off of a 5,000 watt hub motor. So all I do, I would put 5,000 watt kit. So we click on there. As you can see, loads come up. You have loads come up. So then you think, which one's legit, which one's right? So the tip what I always use. So first, on Alibaba, you have 3 categories of a business account. You have verified, you have gold member, and you have basic. So basic is anyone could open it. You can open an account. You don't have to pay any fees. It's free. You can use that account. Then you have gold. So with gold, I think they pay something like $6,000 a year. I could be wrong, but it's around that sort of area. And then verified, they actually have someone come out. They pay a lot more, and someone comes out to their factory, looks over their factory and says, no, your quality is good, everything else. So me personally, I obviously like to go for verified, because they've been out and they've been checked. It still could go wrong, could still be a scammer, but you're not going to go to all that effort, pay that much money if you're a scammer. Secondly, gold. I've bought from gold. They've still got to pay a big chunk of money. It's not like someone sitting in their living room thinking, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little scam here, and then I'll pay $6,000 to do the scam and give them all my details. No, so I'm happy with gold as well. Next thing I look at, as you can see on here, they've been going 18 years on Alibaba. They've been going 4 years, 10 years, 4 years. You're not going to have this many, like they've been on there that long years, if they're going to be a scammer. But it's not all just about the scam, it's about the quality. So then what I do after that. So, didn't want to go on that one. So we go on to this one. So this one's, I've actually emailed this one. and I'll show you my response. So this one is N Cycle Bike. So what we do, I go down straight away. I see store rating 4.7 out of 5 with 213 reviews, and I think, to be fair, that's very good, because all it takes at that level is a couple of dodgy ones who've, oh, it was late, so I'm going to give 0 stars come up, but then we'll get onto that. So if you look down, when you go down onto the site, so we're looking on here, this one's for all different hub motors. So obviously you have your images here, so we look through, just saying what you'll get, everything else. This is not so much about I'm showing you what to buy, it's on how to find a credible seller. So say for instance I click on 72 there, and I click on 5,000, so it comes up with some money. You don't listen to this bit and everything else, so that's how you look at the different ones they have. So what I do, we come down to protections for this product. So sorry, we go to the product bit, so we click on there. So what do they accept? So they accept Visa, they accept PayPal, Klarna, ClearPay, they accept everything. The main one you want to see is trade assured. Never buy, or there might be people out there fine, but unless you get trade assured, because with that, if anything goes wrong, you go straight, you don't even have to go to them, you go straight to Alibaba, you say, I bought this product, it hasn't turned up, or it's faulty, they won't give me a refund, everything else. They go straight in your account and they freeze the money. They don't get the money until you've said you've received it. So that's the most protection you can do. But once again, you don't want to be getting into arguments with people who just want to argue all the time and not do returns. So there's still more we can look at. So we go further down. You go to this part and it just shows you, obviously, it tells you everything about the motor and everything else. But that could be a different video. We're not looking at that at the minute. Then you go down, you've got your delivery. This is a bit we want to look at. So we've got store reviews. So 4.7, they've been around 10 years on Alibaba. They're verified. So straight away, that's given me positive signs. I'd be happy. Already I'm thinking, I'd buy from this company. We go further down, on-time delivery rate, 93.3%. Very high. Response time within 5 hours. You got to remember, when you're messaging China, like us in the UK, obviously the time difference. So that's why 5 hours might seem, oh, they take long. But if you're messaging, you're in the morning, it's 3 in the morning over there, or vice versa. That's why they're not getting back to you, obviously. Right, their revenue is 120,000 US dollars online revenue plus. Well, it seems a bit low for the amount they sell, but that don't always mean everything. It's depending on what they've put down on their books as well. So we'll go back. So we go up. So what I would do at this point, so we go down, click on their name. Then we click on any product. Doesn't matter which one. So this one's the bike one. And then we go down to, where is it? Bear with me. I don't know, it's not sure. There we go. Sorry. That's product reviews. So this is from that product. This product we're looking at was a hub motor. So go on there. The process from the start to finish was absolutely brilliant. 5 stars. Great quality kit, 5 stars. Customer service, 5 stars. So already we're getting, just from that product alone, we're getting 5 stars. We're getting people from all over the world messaging saying, brilliant, 5 stars. We go on store reviews, right. So we go on to store reviews. We click on here. What I do at this point, I go on to ratings and I start off at 1 star. Because you'd be shocked some of the reasons for 1 stars. So we go down to this part. So this guy's from Germany. Shipped for wrong kit. So I think it's meant they shipped the wrong kit. As they changed the battery base to the motor controller, did not comply with the second kit. Pretty easy to identify. Does not fit on the base, latch, blah, blah, blah. Their response. Your 500 watt system uses, that battery is the one, the long battery, what sits on your bike frame. And the 1000 watt system uses a DP battery, so I'm guessing that's the different connector, you know, the ones like the batteries I have, the bigger batteries. They're different battery cases, they can't replace each other, including the connectors. You can set the speed, and just saying there was nothing wrong with the control, he just didn't set the speed. To be fair, if you know what you're looking at, that's him. He's picked the wrong battery straight away. If he's asked for the product and they've sent it, if there's mixing communication, so I wouldn't even really sort of be too fussed on that one. But if you look here, this is what's lowered their score. So you go down, it's the same guy. I know you can't see the middle part of the name, but you can see German, exactly the same name. He has then replied on a different product. So he's obviously ordered a screen and then he's ordered a motor, but he's really angry with them, so he wants to give them really bad. So what he's done another bad review. And if we go down again, he's done another bad review. If we go down again, he's done another bad review. So every separate item he's brought, he just keeps going over the same thing. So now they've got 4 bad marks, basically from one person. So that's just the way I look at it. If you're playing ball and you've made the mistake, you try to come to a conclusion, don't you? You try and, like I've done it, I've made a bit, but they help you out, you help them out. You play game. When you're there doing 4 bad reviews on one item, you're being a bit bit horrible, aren't you? That's what I think. Anyway, and then we come down, I'm guessing that's the Nigerian flag. Not original Endo bike frame. It has no Endo bike logo. Right, so this guy, because it don't have the Endo frame logo, even though it's their own logo on there, he thinks it's not correct. You have a bit of common sense in life, don't you? Like, you're giving a bad start because it didn't have the right logo. What do you think? It's their brand logo put on there. Is that really worth 1 star? Here we go. Look, UK. What was someone from my country saying? Doesn't work. Unhelpful customer service. Bad quality. I advise anyone to never buy from as they doesn't give you any warranty. And about his answer. Okay. Straight away, by the way I read that, I think you sort of know yourself. Because already have bike with Bang Fang, and I've sent him the video and providers the error of the factory. So I don't advise anyone buy from this company. I advise you to actually maybe use spell check, and maybe use a chat GBT to maybe write your reviews from now on. But anyway, I don't know this company, but just as a business owner myself, that just annoys me when people do that sort of stuff. They've done a response, orders promised any time, we refuse any threatening behaviour. You could tell by it, he was obviously giving them dodgy emails. The company's connected the battery power connector incorrectly, causing the controller to short circuit, and it does happen. You've seen me, I've had the 2 wires connecting. Lucky enough, it weren't connected to the controller. We're playing with big batteries here, big powerful batteries. A little mistake and you can blow the system. And really, it's not their fault, is it? That's what I think anyway. According to the warranty, we suggest customers to return back the motor and we'll full refund to him, but he threatened us to send a new motor, refused to return, otherwise he'll give us a bad review. So you've made the mistake, you've admitted it, because they wouldn't have known what you've done. They've said, look, we'll still send you another one even though it's your fault, and you're still just, it's arrogance, isn't it? Last one, very rude. That's a detailed review. So that's all their 1 stars out of 273, and 4 of them were from the same guy, and 1 guy just didn't have a clue what he was doing. So me personally, I've never ordered from these, but I think I would. Looking at them reviews, I think I've just picked apart a lot of them reviews, to be honest. So what I do next, there's no 2-star reviews, we start going into the 3 stars. The seller took 6 months for protection and delivery. This battery is so bad, the 2 batteries basically only last for 3.5 hours. We're really sorry for the delay in shipping. Also, we really hope you could share your best understand that the e-bike you need is special, blah, blah, I'm going to get on that. So, okay, there's been a bit of disagreement. But he's done 3 stars, so it can't be that bad. All came well, except for installed one flywheel already installed without a way to remove it. I understand it's helpful to most. So this guy only gave them 3 because they've already put a flywheel on for him and he can't remove it. Take it to the bike shop. Not the end of the world. At least they've gave you something. It's not like they've missed something. I think you received the item you ordered. I haven't confirmed the operation yet, so I don't know about the quality of the product. So this guy, he's only gave 3 because he hasn't tried the product. But you can't give someone a 3 stars because you haven't tried it. So once again, long wait for parts. Some parts missing. Damage to swing arm. Supply in the bike is excellent. Just the service below average. So, okay. That's quite a fair one. And then we won't bother with 4. It's all going to be about the same. Then we go into 5. Absolute top quality. Very powerful motor. 100% recommended. This product, it comes with manual fitted instructions. That's great. Great service. I ordered a frame and QS motor. Good quality. It's all around 14 kg, made of steel and plastic, which means easy fits and mouldings. Excellent, always pleased with item. So, and these go on and on. Like, so, as you can see now, so I've looked at, they're verified. They've been there 10 years on Alibaba, probably longer, just on Alibaba, 10 years. 6 bad reviews, 4 of them from the same person. Couple a bit dodgy. 3 stars, couple of people saying, oh, I haven't tried it fully, so I'm not giving you 5. What don't make sense. And then you've got loads of 5. So for me, I'd be quite happy with that. So that's what I'd look at. So already we've looked at years operation, they're verified, and they've got really good reviews. See, so 4.7 is not a true understanding, because if 4 bad reviews come from one person and one's a bit dodgy, if he only done 1, all of a sudden they'd probably be on about 4.8. Then the guy who done 3 stars because he didn't try it. Do you see what I mean? So that's what you want to look at. And I'm happy for anything really over 4.5. Because like I said, when you get them dodgy reviews and bits and pieces, it can lower the score just a tad. So yeah, like I said, I've never used this one before, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing at the moment. Right. So we're going to leave that one alone. We're going to switch over now, and I'm going to show you another one I found. So, Launcher Messenger. Where are they? Right. I'm just going to go onto their website. Where are we? Right. Now I found this one. This is the contrast. People could get caught out by this bit. So when you look at them, 5 out of 5 rating. You look at it, if you're not really knowing much about this, 5.5, they're excellent, brilliant. We're going to switch over. Yeah, they're trade assured, fair enough, so that's good. That's the minimum expectation you want, is trade assured. They've only been around 1 year. Straight away in my head, obviously everyone's new, everyone can start up a new company. It don't mean they're rubbish, it don't mean they're no good, it don't mean they're a scam. But if I was in China, yeah, I'd give them a chance. I live down the road, I can sort it out. But when you live on the other side of the world, you can't take risks. Even if you're going to save a bit of money, you can't take risks. So, so what we do, we go down. That's it. So what we do, we'll click on any item like I did before, just so we can get into their main bit. So, what do they offer? They offer all payments, again, like the last one. That's fine, and they're trade assured, so that's good. But trade assured don't always mean you'd get your money back straight away, because it becomes a battle with you and the seller. But that's the minimum you want to do when you pay. You always pay with trade assured. Do not do bank transfer. Do not transfer. You pay through Alibaba, because then you've got more safety net. Right. So we go down. We're going to go to the store reviews. So here, all it says is 100% back. Let me go back on that one. 100% delivery rate. So we go on to reviews. Store reviews. They've only got 6 reviews. It's a straight away I'm like, okay, 6, but they got 5 out of 5. Let's have a little look. And I want to see if you can spot what I see what's wrong with this before I tell you. So we start at the top. This guy's from Australia. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery, and the bike runs smoothly. Super satisfied with quality and service. And that was for a hub motor front wheel kit. But it's a great e-bike shop. Okay, that's fine. So we got that. We go down to the next one. You don't actually say where this person's from, so I don't get why I don't do that. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery, and the bike runs smoothly. Super. So that's, yeah, and that's a different product, but exactly the same review. Okay. Oh, we got another one. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery, and the bike runs smoothly. It's the same one. Oh, we got the same guy again from Australia. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. Okay. Oh, we got a different item here. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. Oh, we got another one. And this is a different item as well. So this ain't duplicate. Sometimes you can have duplicate reviews what come up, what don't count towards their total, but it just for some reason comes up twice on your app. But these are different items. So this one's for the Steel Bomber 2.5-inch rims. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. Are you seeing a pattern here? I'm seeing a little pattern. Might just be me. Oh, the same. This guy really loves this shop from Australia, doesn't he? Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. Okay. And if we look on the right, these reviews were all sent on the same day. September the 10th. Right. Oh, we've got another one. This one's for the retro electric mountain bike. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. This is for the 5,000 watt hub motor. Great e-bike shop, friendly staff, quick delivery. Right, we're going to go down now. This guy's from the Netherlands. So this Australia to the Netherlands. You don't have to be great with like geography, but quite a distance. This one was on September the 4th. So this one was before, and he's from Netherlands. Great e-bike here. Super durable, smooth ride. But why is it always great e-bike? They like the word great. The people who buy from this guy must love the word great. Oh, this one's for a tyre. Great here. They've even just put great here this time. Super durable. Great. Okay, this one's for another kit. Great e-bike kit. Great again. So even when we've not got the same person, we've not got the same country or the same review this time, it always starts with great. Next one, America. Great power. Nicely. I'm not American. I speak English, obviously. I don't speak American English, but do you normally start with great power nicely? Sounds a bit too great power nicely. That could be me. Oh, they didn't start with great this time. Fantastic, great service. Easy install, great product. Great power. Oh, nice kit. Nice e-bike. So, come on. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to work this out, that every single one of these reviews is fake. Every single one. They all say great. 7 or 8 of them, they've just copied and pasted. Like, come on, if you're going to try and scam someone, or even if they're not scam, they just thought, I need to build up my rating so people buy from me. Be clever. So, yes, there are scammers, and there are people who lie. So, out of them two, I've just shown you, who would you go with? Right. So what we did, I'm going to go into the chats. I messaged both of them like I was going to buy a kit. Let's start off with the good one. So I'm going to start off with the good one first. Right. Where are we? Then we get to the top bit. Right, I sent them. Hello, I'm interested to see. This is the sort of questions you want to ask. Hello, I'm interested in your 72 volt 5,000 watt hub motor. Could you please provide me the following details? 1. The price of the unit for 1 unit, including shipping to the UK. The maximum continuous power wattage or the current this motor can handle. So on the other videos you see where I say how to buy a kit, that's what the max it could take. So like I said, if you've got a controller that does 100 amps max, you've got a battery what can do a BMS output of 100 max, you're going to want a motor what can do at least 100 max, so it all ties up. So she said, so that's what I've asked for that. Your warranty and return policy, that's important. You want that in writing, because if you ever have to go trade assured and you've got to speak to Alibaba, if they've said to you, this is what we do, you've got it in writing. So it's on your side. So always remember that. Estimated delivery time if you ship by sea. Do you also offer this motor as part of a kit so we can get the controller, everything else? Can you provide me for just the kit price and the motor on its own price? Thank you for your reply. So we get this reply. She's answered. So she says, Dear Chris, thank you so much for your kind inquiry of our 72 volt 5000 watt e-bike kit. This is Monica from N-Cycle Bikes. Nice to meet you. Okay, that's a nice start to the conversation. The rate power for 5000 watt peak is 7,000. She's put 72,000 watts. It ain't. It's 7,200. It'd be what works out to about 100 amps. So that's what we was looking at. You can always push them more, but she said that's what it's rated at. The controller is a 72 volt 100 amp current. So this is if she does it as the kit. 2 years for motors. So she's saying the warranty is 2 years for the motors. For one kit, we only support air shipping channels. So they're not going to do it by sea. So air shipping will be a lot quicker. Obviously, air shipping is normally a couple of weeks, up to a month. Sea shipping, anything up to about 4 months. It can push on a bit more if there's delays. Obviously, there's a big ship going across the sea. There are delays. About the 5000 watt motor, it is a brushless gearless hub motor. The max speed is 90 to 100 kilometers. Take that with a pinch of salt. Obviously, that can be if there's weight on it, no weight on it, blah, 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 depending on what current you're putting through it. You just take that with a pinch of salt. The torque is 150 Nm, Newton meters. The rear dropout is 150. If you watch that video on how to buy a bike conversion kit, I explain what the dropout is and everything else. So that's a perfect one to see what you need to buy. About the 100 amp controller, just saying what controller is. It's smooth, snarls quite a noise. I personally like my fire drivers. I like to program them myself. But if you're just starting off as a nice kit, there we go. 72,000 watt 72 volt 5,000 watt e-bike kit price is $295. Well, I don't think it's too bad. More details, please refer to the following product list. So then if we click on here, the beauty is if you're new to this, rather than getting a file drive and everything else, this is click and play. So everything's built into the controller. So you just go click, 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 and you're done. You don't have to do no wiring. You don't have to muck about. And it has the electric assist brake. So when you touch the electric, it stops. It has the throttle. It has the screen. Everything else. When this ain't a buying guide, I can do one of them on what's the best stuff to buy. But this is just sort of seeing what's scams, what's real, what's right, how to interact with them, what to ask, how we go on. May I know which motor size do you need? I will confirm the best shipping cost for you. I put 27.5. I thought she was asking about the tyre size, but shipping costs $145. That is actually pretty cheap for air shipping, and you get that within a couple of weeks. So to be fair, this is not the sort of kit I'll go for, so I'll go for a bit different. I've got my own suppliers, obviously, what I will start supplying to you. But before then, if you need other kits, follow this guide. This is an important bit. Is this DDP? DDP, basically what it is when you have something delivered to you by, this is why I asked this, by sea, they normally say it's DDP. So DDP is they cover taxes, import tax, everything to do with everything. So all you do is pay the price you're paying. It turns up to your door, it's done. If it's not DDP, you either have to do it on your tracking, or the guy, a geezer, turns up with a courier and he goes, you owe me £80, here's a card machine, or how much it is. So basically you have to pay so in the UK, you basically only pay VAT, so the 20% up to, I think it works up to about $300. After that, you have to pay, I think it's like 2.5% import tax, plus your 20% VAT, your VAT. So I asked her this, because it's always best to know, because some of them might go, yeah, we'll do it. But a lot of times, like you see here, not DDP, is not compatible, because basically when they do it by plane, it's more taxes and everything else. But what she says is, we will make low value to help you reduce the tax. Okay, so I wouldn't advise to let them do this. That's why I asked them how much it would be. I would never do this, never. But what they would do, when they do a custom form, they put down the price of the item. Sorry, let me just, before I dry up. They put down the price of the item. So originally it would be $465. In English, that's about £330. So basically I would be charged 20% tax, so 60 odd quid, bit of import tax, maybe £85. What she's saying is, I will put $90 for the product on your custom form. So she'll say it's only worth $90. It goes to the ship, it goes through to customs. Oh, unless they check. It's only $90, there's no import tax to be paid on that. You don't pay no fees. If they open it up and they see what's in there, the customs ain't idiots. They're going to see it's not $90. Then they can put their own price on it. They can look at that and go, I think that's worth £800. And you're going to be stumped for hundreds of pounds of import tax. So if you trust the person, still don't do it, because it's technically breaking the law, but you're not breaking the law because they're the ones sending it. But there we go. I just put, that's great, I'll get back to you. No, then obviously I asked, how much would you put it down as on the tax bill? Because I was just curious what she said. She said $90. Okay. I said, that's great, I'll get back to you, because obviously I'm not buying this. It's just for research purposes. And then I put, sorry, one more question. If there is a problem with the product, how do you arrange a return / do you have to pay? I wanted to ask this because she said, yeah, there's a return policy, but a return policy can always be different. A return policy would be like, yeah, no problem, but you have to return everything to us. What will cost you more than what the part's worth. So keep that in mind. Always ask questions. Hello, Chris. May I ask which problem do you mean? What problem do you mean for the product? We do support refund without reason. We do not support refund without reason, but that's obvious. We will make the test video first for you before. So they'll say they'll video it working to show you it works. It's good. If there's a problem in the future, we have a UK after sales point which can help you repair. So these bigger companies will actually have places you can send it to in the UK, so it's a lot cheaper, and they will repair it for you. And I just said, that's great, I just wanted to know the process in case something does go wrong with this product. And she said, oh, okay, please don't worry, we'll keep you right, she was meant to put, and we'll have complete after sale process. So until something went wrong, you don't know yourself. But looking at all them reviews on this one, I've never seen someone moan except for that one person who was like threatening and couldn't even write what he wanted to write down. You've got to send me this back and everything else. When they probably just said, look, here's an address in England. It might cost you £7 to send, but we'll get it fixed for you. And, you know, a bit of ego and everything else. But so if I was buying, I would look through all that. I've done all the research. I've looked at the back history. I've looked at the reviews. There's no copy reviews. There's no fake reviews. She come back to me with perfect, right, she answered all my questions. That was so quick and easy. She knew what she was doing. She told me what I was looking for. If I was buying this, I'd ask a few more questions. Like, she's answered most of them, but a bit more about the motor, and obviously you would have to then say what size wheel you wanted, blah, 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 blah. So, but this ain't that sort of video. Right, so that's that really good one. Let's go on to the one what I found all the copies, reviews and everything else what I weren't really happy with. So I sent this. I got an automatic reply, just an AI like, oh, our bike's a CE certificate, blah 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 blah, and she put how many watts of motor is needed. So straight away, not like, oh hi, nice to meet you, blah 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 blah. I put 5,000 watt. I didn't give her the list yet. I made up a postcode. Please provide postcode and I'll calculate door-to-door price. So she didn't even give me other ask me questions or anything else. She just wanted to know. Total price is $380, including the product and shipping, DDP by sea. So all taxes are included. Everything else, not a problem. Sea shipping. So that's going to take you 4 months, 3 months, probably 3 months. Bit more. $380. The other one was $460 with air shipping. Would be with you within a couple of weeks. And they've only been around a year. They're not verified. And they've got all their reviews are fake. Straight away, someone's going to lie to me. I understand you're a bit worried. You want to boost up your reviews so people think, but people are not stupid. Or maybe people are stupid. That's the problem. But if you're lying straight away and I've caught you out straight away, the trust is gone anyway. So I wouldn't even give you a chance. But let's keep going. Shipping time is approximately 20-30 days for arrival. Lie. You're telling me a cargo ship. So yeah, let's go back to it. Door to door, prices including product and shipping DB by sea. By sea. A cargo ship is going to get from the other side of China to the UK in 20 days. What is it propelled by? Nuclear? Well, I mean, you're lying again. Right. So I've done the same questions I've done for the last company. She sends it. So I send all that. She sends me back a picture. Okay. Thank you. Can you please answer some of the remaining questions 2 and 3? Because to be fair, she's already answered how much it will cost, blah, blah, blah. Okay. 1 year warranty. Non-human damage can be refunded. Okay, fair enough. She recalled that message. Basically, what she put on... Did she record it? Yeah, so the recalled message was, so I asked for number 2 and 3 to be answered. Number 2, what was the max continuous peak wattage? I wish I screenshotted this. It's just a bit okay. The recalled message was, the continuous output is 2,000 watts to 3,000 watts. My reply was, but I thought it was oh yeah, look, you can see because I've replied to the message. Continuous current 3 kilowatt, peak 4 kilowatt. But I thought it was a 5 kilowatt motor. Obviously that can be the peak, but she's not even put that. She put the peak is 4 kilowatts. So straight away I'm like, what are you going on about? Wait a moment, I made a mistake. Continuous wattage is 5 kilowatt, peak 6.2. The peak would be bigger than 6.2 if it's a 5 kilowatt to start with, continuous. No way it'd be 6.2, so that's a lie straight away. The kits are all packaged as a whole. How many inches of wheel you needed? So, you're not, it's just, there's no contact. She's lying every 2 seconds. Please provide address and phone, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, thank you for your time. I'll have a think about it. I'm not giving you my address and everything else. I don't even trust what you're doing now. Okay, sorry. And then I just thought, is this deep? She put yes. I didn't realise she already put that. Sorry, one more question. Is there, if there is a problem with your product, do you arrange the return/pay? Yes. Yes. There's nothing like, I would send this out. I would do this. I would do that. Yes. So I'm trusting on what you said by yes. So we go back up. So that was that company. Let me give you the name. I don't like bad mouthing people, but I don't want any of you to be caught out. So they're the two I've shown you how to go through. Let me just get back onto that good one a minute, just in case you didn't see it. Right, so if we conclude, yes, they're scammers. I'm not saying that other company was a scammer, but she lied a hell of a lot. I don't know if they're a new company, they're trying to get more customers, but you're not trusting them. For the price difference, it weren't worth it anyway. She was a little bit cheaper. It's not always about the price. You just got to look at all the details. So 1, check if they're verified or they're gold. It don't always mean everything, but you have better odds. 2, look at their reviews. That other one was 5 out of 5. It looked perfect. 5 out of 5 till you got into it and you saw every single review was a lie. It was wrong. It was copied and pasted. They used the same keywords all the time. So don't always trust reviews. The same with the other company, 4.7. You think, okay, they're not 5. But when you digged into the reviews, the negative ones, 4 was the same person. 2 were a bit of a dodgy review. And a couple of the better reviews, but not great, was just because they didn't check the product. So I looked through all them reviews. And then I looked at all the 5 stars, and all the 5 stars, they actually put photos up. You look at the photos as well. When they put the photos up of the product, look in the background. I've looked at them where they're like USA or UK, and they've put a photo up, and it's got all Chinese furniture and photos in the background and everything else, and you're like, okay, so even the style of the houses, it was like, that's not the US, that's not the UK. So always check the photos. You know what your own country sort of style of the house they look like and everything else. So if they've got the photos up and you can see it's from that sort of country, you know that's legit. And I looked through all their positives, all their 5 stars, and every single one was really good. And they're 273. And you've got to remember, not everyone leaves a review. I reckon it's something like 1 in probably 10 leaves a review. 1 in 6, not everyone leaves a review. So if you 273, even if you times that by about 4, you're looking at about 1,200, 1,300 people. And you think if they're not leaving reviews, it's normally positive, because you only really 100% will leave a review if it's negative, wouldn't you? If you're not happy with the service, straight away you're on there. If you're happy, you're just, oh, it was great, but I can't be bothered to do that. So, like I said, check reviews, check photos on the reviews, check copy, check for keywords, check if they've been just copied and pasted or it's the same person. Because a lot of time when we talk, we use the same words. So it's the same when you're writing. So yeah, so that's the next bit. 3rd bit, you go on, you message them. Set out your own little template like I did. You want to know continuous motors. You want to know their return policy. You want to know if they're DDP, if you've got to pay your own tax. Are they going to help you out with the tax? You want to know your shipping times. Everything down to that. You want to know, does all the parts, do I need to do any extra connections? Will everything connect? Like these ones are click and pay, so they're fine. Ask as many questions as you can, because you're buying from them. Yeah, they're the seller. They want your business. If they're not coming back like that other one, yes, no, yes, they don't have a clue. What do you think is going to turn up? Same when I asked about the motor. She said it was less than what the wattage was. She didn't have a clue until I called her out. She's been, oh, he does know what he's talking about. So do your template. Make sure all your questions are asked. And then once you get there, they're going to give you an option. At the end, they'll say, should we write you up an order? So once you're happy, and you are happy, you say, yep, no problem, invoice me. Check your invoice. Check that let me see if I can find you an old one on mine, on one of my batteries. Amore. Perfect. Like I said, if you ever want to buy a Amore battery, use the code throttleandcharge, you get $15 off. Right. So with them, what they do, they send you, so this is the order. So they send you a payment link. Once you check, first they send you an invoice. and they say check. So you click, obviously I'm not going to show all my details, but they will send you this to make sure that your name, if they don't do that, make sure you tell them to send you that, because if it gets sent to a wrong address, they'll say that's your fault. So they'll check your address, everything else. Then you get your little invoice form, tells you what the product was. Like this one was a 72 volt 20 amp battery. It tells you, check you got the right cells, everything else. Obviously this is the battery. She highlights it again, is this your address? Perfect, that's what you want to see. People, they're on it, because you know that's going to be packed properly. They're a professional company. It shows you what it is, how much it's going to cost, total, if it's DDP, where it's coming from, everything else. That's your invoice. Then they'll send you something like this. It's an order form. It won't come up with mine because I've already paid it, but you'll come up with an order. You go down and then you have an option how you want to pay. She might say, oh, do you want to transfer it, or do you want to do it through Alibaba? Do it through Alibaba. Trade assured. So it'll come up, you do your payment, then it will say just confirming. And then you'll get a dispatch, what comes up. Dispatch notes, and they say it will be sent within 10 to 15 days, whatever you agreed with the seller. Then you have a tick box for your tracking number. Once your tracking number comes up, I always use a company, it's called 17 Track. It's a Chinese company. You put your code in there, and every time you log on, it's always going to be there. And it gives you your tracking number, and it will say at sea, or it normally goes to the different sort of Chinese ports, then at sea. And then you can use that. Once you get the tracking number, it will tell you the ship it's on. Best thing to do, copy the ship's name, paste it into Google, and you get a lot of like the trackers come up, a bit like the aeroplane trackers, and you actually see every day they update where they are. So you see where they are on the map of the world. So you know where it's getting closer, what port they've been to. Because the tracking they give you, it's not always, they don't update it all the time. But that, if you put the actual ship name in, you're not tracking your passport, you're tracking your ship. Your passport's on that ship, so you're fine. So that's another tip. Make sure you do that. And then you basically, you have a portal on here where you can extend. So say for instance your parcel was meant to be coming today, and it still hasn't arrived, but it's due to clear in 5 days where they get their money. You can click on a button on here what says haven't received my parcel, I want to extend for 30 days. So it just gives you that bit more of protection. And then basically on this portal you can see everything. Do not be scared to message your seller. Any updates? It's not here yet. What do you know? Is it definitely going to come? Blah blah. You just keep them busy. Keep them knowing. So you get to that point, and then hopefully you get that at your door. Your parcel's turned up. You fit it all together. It all works. You're happy as Larry, and you got all the parts you wanted. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that helped. If you have any more questions, even if you buy off of a site and you just send me the site name first. If I've got time, I reply to all my comments. I'm happy to have a little butchers at it for a few minutes and just say, obviously, disclaimer, I don't work for Alibaba. I don't work for these companies. The advice I give you is what I would do personally. It's not 100% guarantee. Don't be like, I'm not getting court letters put through my door. But I'm happy to have a look for you and give you my honest opinion of the company. Obviously, that's not a guarantee, but where I sort of know quite a bit about it, I'm happy to do that for you. So if you want to email me, my email is on a lot of my descriptions, but it's I think it's throttleandcharge@yahoo.com, but check it on the description. I'll put it in this description. Also, I'll put the link to Alibaba in this description, so if you could click on that, so you've clicked on my link and sign up, that'd be great. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Any more questions? I hope that was helpful. Just hit me up. The next video is going to be, I'm going to unbox my Amore battery. That's going to be for the 5,000 watt. That's what I'm going to throw on that bike. And then the video after that, I'm just going to throw the controller and that battery on the hub motor already on there to see what speeds we can do on that old hub before. Because it's going to take, I've got to spray it, I've got to get everything ready. But like I said, these videos are coming thick and fast. I've also bought a trike. What I'm gonna do videos. I'm gonna order a mid motor, pull it on there, and see what we can do on that. It's a bit of an old thing, but it's another project. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.